In this module, we are going to talk about explaining the theoretical framework. Kimberley Crenshaw is the pioneer of intersectionality theory. The theory argues that most sociological theory makers that makes the mistake of focusing on one variable at a time. Variables do not exist in isolation, rather they work in groups. This is what I was explaining in my previous module, that it always the situation or the individual that keeps varying, and individual perceptions that he she makes from their past experiences depends on that how they react to the given situation or the upcoming situation. Intersectionality theory mainly focuses on the formation of different social identities, interlocking systems of oppression. It examines the ways that gender, race, age, and class promote social inequalities. Yes, it is everywhere. For example, there are sitting only women and they are working in any class or in any given segment of society. Obviously, they would talk about women benefits. And in the same way, if men are working or if they are working together, they will be working for that advantages or those advantages which would be beneficial for that group of individuals. Either they are made up of both men, women, or transgenders, or that is only for with women, or only made with women, or only made with transgenders. Individuals usually prone to talk about for their advantages, for their interests. It is human nature that they runs after their interests. Explaining that theoretical framework, in this slide you can understand that how race, disability, sexual orientation, nationality, gender identity, all these are the important factor to explain the theoretical framework regarding any community. For example, a white man who is poor and aged, being white is an area of privilege. He is oppressed in other two aspects of life, that being poor or aged, but white being privileged as a skin color. But again, it depends that where you are, what you are doing, and how you are behaving. So that depends on everything. It's not in isolation we could see only the white color or being poor or being aged. We can see all these things in a coordinated form, that how it is existing. Another example, a black woman who is highly educated and young. Being black and woman are two traits that will lead to oppression, may lead to oppression. We cannot say it certainly. Being highly educated and young are aspects where she is privileged. Now, again, depends where she is and how she is feeling privileged. That depends upon the individual experiences. Which are the most advantaged groups? It is a stereotype thing. And see, male, class, upper class, heterosexual individuals from the global north are considered most advantaged groups. And the groups which are at, other side, who are considered most disadvantaged groups, female, black, working class, individual from the global south. Well, being a student of social sciences, it is very difficult to say that always the female are on the disadvantaged side, or they are getting all the disadvantages of the society. In the same way, black, our working class, our individuals from the global south are at the disadvantaged side. There is an example of COVID 19. If you could see that pandemic damaged more to the most advantaged groups in the whole world. So, it is very difficult to predict that your class, your race, your ethnic identity, or your territory is going to determine your position as advantageous, or you are getting any disadvantage for being in that place.